Hey, what is going on, you guys? It is me, Gigi Girl of Rights, and today I'm giving you guys a special thing that I want to share with you guys. I'm going to share with you guys a story that I made up myself with a character that I made up myself, just me, before a YouTuber you guys may have heard about, known as Aspect. If you guys don't know who he is, then go to YouTube and search up Aspect Hero Legends so you can see his videos and him posting with another character called the Wizard. Anyways, you guys, if you guys enjoy this video in the end, make sure you defeat that like button, subscribe, and turn on the notification bell. And comment down below, what story do you want me to say about you guys, and put a character down of a story, and put a story down of what you want me to tell to you guys next, including me making up stories and telling you guys more stories and more characters I made up. I hope you guys listen closely, and I hope you guys enjoy the story. And I'll see you guys in the end of the video. The story of Knowledge Thief, a Rainbow Quest story. Knowledge Thief is created / turned into who he is today by another hero known as the Girl of Rights, known as Gigi Galaxy 5. But he was not who he is before. That reason is because a universe created by Favor My Saber and by Origin Steve, known as the universe of Rainbow Quest, where Steves live in a single color nations and live in peace until one day, a blue Steve that became the first hero of a prophecy created by him, known as the Rainbow Steve prophecy, came along and got corrupted and turned into a villain that created evil human creatures known as the Darkness. They affected Steves and made them mindless people until one day the Void Witch is known as the creator of the Darkness wants to come up with another scheme that's what he wants it to become. But one of the Darkness is not like any other of them. The other ones are tools except for for two of them. One's name is Dark Steve, and the other one was normal Darkness, human. But instead, he has a clear mind, and he can talk just like Dark Steve can. And he said, "Master, why do we have to destroy them? They seem innocent. Why can't we just create peace with them like other people that are like good people do?" Then Void looks at him with a mad look on his face. Like a mad look, like he is disappointed, and asked, what did you just say to me?" Void looks at the friendly Darkness with a mad look on his face. The Darkness said, "Oh, nothing, I was just thinking that." Then he was interrupted, and Void said, "No, you're not just thinking that I think you're thinking. You're a Darkness, and Darkness does not care about petty feelings. Got it?" He asked as the friendly Darkness looks down on the ground with a down face and said, "Yes, Master," he said. And as Void looked at him and said, "Good. I do not want you to say such things again. You hear me?" The voice said, as the Darkness said, "Yes, I understand, Master." ... The friendly Darkness said with a down manner, as Voice said, "Good. I do not want you to make such a horrible statement again, or else you will have a punishment." Then a couple of days later, they went off on their mission to infect more Steves. And when they got there, Void looked at all of them and said, "All right, you guys know the rules. Get everyone you see and show no mercy on them. Got it?" Void said as the other darkness looked at him and said, "Yes, sir." And Void said, "Good, now attack." Voice, the voice said as all the evil darkness started to attack on the innocent thieves and infecting them one by one, while some of them are hiding away from the dark and evil creatures. As the people in the village are in fear, hiding away from the darkness, the friendly darkness looked at the village of the red thieves in fear and said, "This is wrong. I need to do something, and I think I have an idea on how to make this right," he said, as he ran to the village, sneaking past the darkness, and went straight into the homes where the, the scared red thieves are hiding. And one of the red thieves asked, "Please, do not hurt or infect us, please," he said in fear, as his hand was shaking, holding the one sword, trying to defend himself, and the other red thieves hiding in the house. And the friendly darkness said, "No need to fear. I am not going to hurt or infect you, and I am here to help you," he said, as the red thieves holding the one sword asked, "How can we know if we can trust you?" he asked, as the darkness said, "If I really was untrustworthy, then I would tell other darkness that you guys were here," he said, as one of the other red thieves said, "He has a good point. I mean, he does." Not seem to be willing to tell the others like him that we are here right now, he said as the red thief with the wooden sword said, "Okay, we will trust you. If you betray us, you will regret and have consequences for the rest of your generations. Okay?" he asked, as the friendly darkness said, "Okay, follow me, so we can find others, so I can take you guys to a safe place, where the darkness like me will have a hard time finding you guys, and you guys will be safe there," he said, as all the other red thieves agreed and followed him into other houses, looking for and getting other red thieves, remaining left not infected by the darkness. And the friendly darkness took them to a Yellow Kingdom and said, "I guess this is it, huh?" he said, as the red thief that is holding the one sword said, "Yeah, thank you for everything that you did for us, and I am surprised that a darkness could even talk," he said, as the friendly darkness said, "Yeah, you guys should get going before my master finds out what is going on," and he said, as the rest Steve said, "Yeah, and you should get going, so you will not get into trouble by your master, whoever he is," said the red thief, as the red thief gets the others, and the friendly darkness asked, "Oh wait, before you guys go, what happened to your leader?" he asked, as they looked down and said, "He is gone. His journey came to an end because someone destroyed him." Turn to attack, he said, as the friendly darkness said, "I am sorry to hear that," the red thief said. "No need to be sorry, because it's not your fault," he said, as he said goodbye and thank you for everything. And he said, "You have proved to me that not all darkness are evil, thanks to you." And he said, as the friendly darkness said, "No problem, and thank you too." He said, as they both parted ways, and the rest thieves left to go to the Yellow Kingdom, and the friendly darkness left to go to his master, Void. When he returned, one of the darkness, like his kind, punched him in the face, And when he woke up, he was in a cage, and Voice Steve was looking at him with an angry face and said, "You, good for nothing, talking darkness. I knew you took those resties somewhere. So where did you take them?" he said angrily. As the friendly darkness said, "I will not tell you anything, because you and everyone else that is a darkness just like me are doing the wrong thing, and I had to do something about it," he said. As his master Void, Steve got even more angry and asked, "Let me ask you again, where is the rest Steves that are remaining left?" he asked. As the friendly darkness said, "I am not going to tell you anything," he said it angrily, and his master Void Steve ordered the darkness in this ordered the darkness. Hold on a second, where? There we go. As he ordered the darkness to open the cage that he is in, and Voice Steve walked up to the friendly darkness and forced his head right up to him and said, "Grab him now," he said, and demanded that the darkness did what he asked, and grabbed the friendly darkness and took him through a portal to the overworld. And Voice Steve went through the portal and walked to the friendly darkness and said, "You are so useless to me and the rest of the darkness, like you. So you will be punished," he said. As the friendly darkness said, "Please no. I was just trying to do the right thing," he said. As his master Voice Steve looked into his face and said, "You look into my eyes, you good for nothing minion," he said, as the friendly darkness looked at him. And Voice Steve said, "You will get destroyed. I will see you get destroyed," he said, as he grabbed the eyes of the friendly darkness and ripped out his eyes. The last thing that Voice Steve heard from the friendly darkness was a horror scream. As Voice Steve smiled in an evil way, what he did not know is that one of the Red Steves and the Yellow King from the kingdom are watching them. And the angry Red Steve said, "We should do something about this, sir," he said, as the angry Yellow King said, "Yes, we should do something about this. And I think I have a plan. Come on, Yellow Steve. Let's go," he said. As the Yellow King went, and the angry Red Steve said, "Voice Steve, one day you will pay for what you made my people go through, and for what you did to that friendly darkness that helped me and the rest of the people like me remaining left escape from you and your evil minions. He helped us, and now I will take revenge on you for everything," he said. As he went on his way, and him and the Yellow King went back to the Yellow Kingdom, Voice Steve and the rest of the darkness left the friendly darkness where they took him and left him to die. After a few days later, the friendly darkness was running and bumping into a tree millions and millions of times. And why, you ask? It's because ever since Voice Steve, his ex-master, ripped out his eyes, he went blind, and for days, he suffered many days. And when he thinks of when Voice Steve left him, it made him blind. And when he thought of those days, he cried a lot. When that happens, but one day, a girl with just me came along and saw him bumping into a tree, and at first, I thought he was going to attack me. Attack me. That's when I realized that he was blind, and I felt really bad for him. So I took him to my own place, and then one day, so I created a crystal that belongs to the fourth hero of Rainbow Quest. Well, somebody known as the fourth hero of Rainbow Quest by Favor My Saber. That was created by Favor My Saber. She created it with one of her sons known as Pearl Pink Man. And they made it so that whoever it chooses gives the person a lot of information. And that person will know so much that the he or she will know information from other universes and dimensions in other worlds, and also multi-variant versions of them too as well. When they let the crystal choose to their surprise, it choose the friendly blind darkness. But at first they thought it was a mistake, but then we they both realized that it might have chosen him for a good reason, and it might have seen something that me slash her and the sun does not see. So they decided to let the crystal change the friendly blind darkness completely. So they let the crystal do its thing. So the crystal forced itself inside of him, and the crystal changed his skin completely from black, darkness skin to green and purple. And he is not blind anymore. And he got glasses on his eyes now. When he completely changed, he opened his eyes with his glasses and asked me slash her and my creation, my own character slash son, who who are you? And who am I? He asked, as I slash her and said, I am Gigi, your creator, known as the Girl of Rights, and this is my son, Pearl Pink Man, I said, as he looked at me and him and said, it's nice to meet you two. I guess, and who am I? He asked me as I say, trying to come up with an idea, and said, well, your name is, I said as I looked at his glasses and thought about it, about the info that he can have, like knowledge, and what me slash her and Pearl Pigman make the crystal out of. And that was when the idea came to me, slash her, and I said, well, that's a good question because your name is Knowledge Thief. And from now on, I'm gonna love you as my own son. And Pearl Pigman is gonna love you as a brother. And that's how it all started. As for the Angry Red Steve, well, after the darkness was defeated, he became an apprentice to another Red Steve leader of the village, known as M, and went into hiding with all the other Red Steves, including the Red Steve leader himself. But the apprentice never forgot the friendly darkness that helped him and the others. And to be honest, he would not know what to do without that nice darkness. And they would not have been affected by the darkness. He hoped that one day that he would meet the darkness again. But until then, he started to live a life on his own. The end. The Red Steve's hiding story is not from me, because it came from a YouTuber that was Favor My Saber. And Saber, if you see this video, please don't charge me of copyright. Shout out to him, because if it was not for him and others that I know, I would not have connected the story together and created the characters that are in Rainbow Quest and the Steve Saga known as. Oh, that's something personal. This story, if you enjoyed it, then that would be great. But if you and your staff have any concerns of the story, or if you want any changes on it, then let me know on the comments down below on my own YouTube channel that has no video. Oh, it already has videos published. That has videos published on the video known as GG Go of Rights. Then when I publish a video on it sometime, well, right now, by GG Pro Big Alex 5, was GG Go of Rights. Man, so, yeah, that is the story of Mouse Thief. You guys probably wondering, man, Go of Rights, that is messed up. Why would you make a story of, of his ex-master Void ripping his eyes out? I thought of my own creativity, alright? But if you guys want, you guys can create videos yourselves of theories of, well, what story you want him to have as a good ending. So, I hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you guys enjoyed, then make sure you defeat the like button, subscribe, and turn on the notification bell, and go on top bell. So that way, you never ever miss any video on my channel. Anything video on my channel. I hope you guys enjoy, and I'll see you in another anything video. Goodbye.